Didn't want this to happen. Had an opportunity to knock it out of the box in the beginning of the game. Had some defensive mishap assignments missed. Kept them in the game. We got up a little bit, got a little complacent. Almost made me feel like the team felt like that we were going to win just because we beat them by so much in the first game and just could never get over the hump as a group. And then got into a ball game, got down 6 with a few minutes to go. And that group that was out there dug deep and got the win. You know, every win isn't going to be a blowout, but I'm happy to have the win.
We'll take questions now. We'll start with Isaac.
Hey, Coach. It almost felt like every positive play you guys had, especially there in the second half, Alo was somehow involved. Man, talk about his play today and the leadership he's shown for this team.
Yeah, Alex Lomax was built for these moments, man. That's why I laugh when people around the city start dogging him and messing with his head a little bit, talking about his offensive game. But, man, he's one of the best defensive guards in the country. And when he does what he does now, where he's a playmaker on the court and starts getting those assists, then we're hard to beat. And he's a kid that's never going to quit on the team, never quit on the city. And every big play this year, he's almost been a part of it. So, and that's just who he is, man. I built him to be this way. And just that we're lucky to have him on our team.
Jason?
Hey, Penny. Yeah, Alo had a lot of big defensive plays in this game, but there was a couple from DeAndre Williams right around, I don't know, it was under 7 minutes to go. Pretty close game. He has a block on Jaden Gardner, and then on the very next possession, on ECU's very next possession, he kind of walls up Robinson White, and it felt like those two defensive plays were just huge because it the game was sort of hanging in the balance, and if they hit those shots, it could be a different story tonight.
DeAndre, come on, man, he's our energy guy. He's the guy that's going to make the plays like Alo, but he's high energy from the big man spot, and he makes plays for us the entire game. He was frustrated because he wasn't scoring, but I told him, if you're not scoring, you're going to do other things. Just stay locked in on the other things, and he made the plays that he had to make for us to win the game at the end, and, he's just, that's who he is.
Terry?
How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. How you doing?
Okay. I think your defense has been so good for so long. Do you think we as a people take your defense for granted for how good they play, especially in clutch moments?
I don't see a lot of teams around the country play defense like that. I mean, I watch a lot of college basketball. You got more talented teams than us, but as far as defense, we get a lot of credit. That's why we're ranked high in the country. Well, I don't know if we do get enough credit from around here, our fans or whatever, understanding what's really going on, because you can put out numbers against a lot of the top teams around the country, but that's what we hang our hat on.
Danielle?
During those couple lapses in the first half and then early in the second half, was there something that ECU was doing differently defensively that kind of caused those long scoring droughts, or was it, just shots were off?
Well, you want to give them credit because they play this pack line type defense, an old school type defense, and we knew exactly what they were doing. We just weren't running the plays to activate the things that were going to get us the great shots. We just went totally away from it and started doing one-on-one. And that's not how you play against a team like that. And to their credit, they had something to do with that. And then also we didn't run the things that we needed to run for that spell that they really just started shutting us down.
Jason?
Came into the game ranked 10th in the country in steals per game. You had 10 more tonight. You've mentioned it a few times over the last few weeks, but the different wrinkles that you've been able to install on defense, doing different things. That's clearly what that is, right? That's those things paying off.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we had those 3 games that we had to miss against Temple, UCF, and SMU, and we had opportunity to add more things. I love the defensive end of the ball because that's the way you're going to win games. Like, we've been proving that when we've had to come back against teams, it's been because our tenacious energy and defense. So it's the little wrinkles that you see that we were able to put in those couple of weeks, and it's paying off for us big time.
Mark?
Hey, Penny. You guys, obviously, down the stretch, it's a close game, and, Alo made big plays, but several, Lester made big plays, DJ made big plays. Do you feel like you guys are now comfortable in those high stress moments, where a game's come down? Do you feel, maybe better question is, do you feel comfortable that these guys kind of know what they need to do in those moments, whether they execute them or not?
Yeah, for sure. Because in South Dakota, when we were down to VCU, down to Western Kentucky and then VCU, we were panicking. The guys thought that we were up in a couple of those games, and you would have thought we had lost the game with like 10 minutes to go in the game. Guys were giving up early. And from us working so hard and watching film and getting prepared, understanding what it takes, and for us being in a lot of games like this, Auburn game was like this, SMU game was like this, both Tulsa games was like this, South Florida's game was like this. There's been so many games that we've had that situation happen, and we've learned from them.
Danielle?
Along those same lines, when you're in those tight situations, it seems like a lot of the time lately, it's been the same guys stepping up. It's been your more experienced guys like Alo and DeAndre. How valuable just is that leadership in those close moments?
It's very valuable, but especially when your leaders are the energy guys, because everybody rolls when they roll, and they can't have days off. I know it's unfortunate, but they have to be out there with the same energy every night. And when those guys are going, they're going to make the plays for us. That's just what they do. They just have a knack for making plays at the right time. They make winning plays all the time.
Terry?
Hey, Coach, you get a couple days to relax and try to get some rest before you play Cincinnati. So what is your message to your team over these next 4 days?
Man, just hydrate, relax, enjoy this run that we had, but it's not over. We're going to get rest tomorrow because we're going to be off. We're going to be right back to work on Monday, and we got to be ready to fight again.